Alright, with this video today, I'm going to be discussing a little thing that they could change with Xenoverse. Now, most people know that in Xenoverse, it's pretty common to get beat in one combo. I know I just made a video recently on it about dying in one combo, and it's pretty normal, but considering this is an RPG game, let's consider the RPG aspect. Now, in most RPG games, there is like an option for damage over time and just straight power damage. Now, most of the damage in Xenoverse is straight power damage. There is no damage over time in most scenarios, but the fact that it's an RPG game doesn't mean they can't necessarily implement it and it actually makes sense. Because considering they take enough stuff from Dragon Ball Online, they can considerably do the same thing, even to a lesser or greater extent. Now, as you know, these are also known as status effects. So there is some status effects in the game, but the thing is about the damage over time when you need poison. So secret poison or I believe innocence bullet will be your two main things. And if you're Toa or anything bloody sauce, depending on which one, they can reduce damage, poison you so you can lose damage over time. But the thing about poison is it works different. Okay, so here's the thing. Poison over a minute and 30 seconds will take away half your health over with the average health, and that's pretty much, considering the realm that we're all in, it's pretty much average. We don't all have like millions of health like those raid boss missions. Yeah, that's the thing. And over 3 minutes, if you don't even touch your opponent, they will lose 1 bar of health. Now, most fights don't even last 3 minutes, so considering that, and the fights that do is against the Namekian, and that Namekian health regen ain't going nowhere against that poison. Like, that poison's not about to affect them at all after that. And so yeah, it could be really good against Majins because they'll still, you can't really, no matter how high their defense is, they're still gonna lose the same amount of health. So if your fights always last too long against a male Majin because of their defense, and that could really help, because if they're trying to tank their stuff, your stuff, then with the damage that you're doing plus the damage that you're naturally doing over time, they'll lose 2 bars of health inevitably. And if you're not touching them, then they'll definitely lose 1 bar of health inevitably over 3 minutes. And so yeah, damage over time can be really useful. Mostly this came from Dragon Ball Online, this idea, because I played it. It's really fucking good, and I know it's a lot of strategy and tactics. Because with the way things work on there, you can do a bunch of damage in one thing, but the thing is you have to prepare too, because the only race that can do that is humans, and certain type of humans, and they have very low health. So if you mess up, then that's it. Then there are martial artists, fighters, swordsmen. Those are the type of people that can kill you easily in one combo. And the people that can't kill you necessarily in one combo is I believe they're spiritualists, and they're like Crane Hermit and Total Hermit. These are the people that specialize in poison damage, speed reduction by like 80%, you know, confusion rate to where you just like get confused, where you stay in one place and shit, so paralysis, burn attack. So there's basically like, it's like a dragon burn, except the burning damage like just takes away damage over time, kind of like poison does. So yeah, they could implement more status effects. I was thinking one as to where it could decrease your hit rate or increase your hit rate. Now, if you don't know what hit rate is how fast you punch. So this could affect the damage per second that you do. Now, some may think, oh, increasing the hit rate on a male human or a freezer race, that could be quite cancerous. Well, if that's their strategy and tactic, then fuck it. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily be OP, but they could put it in the game and make it fit, and there could also be an effect to decrease that. So I mean, if somebody uses that against you, just hit them with the debuff, and that way they're back to normal. Or if they're not doing it in general, still hit them with a debuff and they'll punch slower than normal, so that way their damage per second is actually less. This could add more tactical and strategic fighting in Xenoverse and make you actually think more rather than shit out the more damage. So yeah, and the thing about it is, this can make Majins, specifically male Majins, more useful. For that matter is, you know, they have speed buffs and attack buffs and whatnot. Let's add some more. Let's add them, make them slightly different, But actually like increases, so to where like male Majins in Dragon Ball Online, they can give an ass ton of like 20 status buffs, and the thing is they affect like everyone around them to a certain extent. So I mean, if you want, they already got like support moves in the game, so if they want to add support buffs as well and ones that affect the person themselves, they could add like a multi-purpose like pose, not even a pose, a buff. They can make it whatever animation they want. Mostly for Majins, they will like blow steam out the top of their head and like make a noise. They could easily do that to where it increases their own status, like stat whatever it be, defense, basic, stamina regen, whatever they want to do for the male Majins. And everyone on their team also gets that effect too. Now there is some super souls that also works like that, but they could add effects as well, so that way in a 3v3 2v2 environment it'll be a lot more useful. Okay, and also useful for that person, because pose sometimes some people don't use them because they look gay. Some people don't use them because they don't really need them, but for the more strategic and tactical fighters like myself out there, then that'd be really good and it'd be really original, because I want a status effect, I want a status buff, but I don't want to use a gay ass pose because that just doesn't look right on my character. So yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of things that they can implement. I don't know why they didn't have that already, and since they took so much stuff. But I will be making another video about some potential moves that they can easily get from Dragon Ball Online. And I know they've seen these moves because they've seen enough from it. They went through the story mode in Dragon Ball Online. I'm pretty sure they can see some of the moves and they can easily implement it in Xenoverse 2. So yeah, that's the end of the video for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Leave a comment, let me know what y'all thought. Leave a like, let me know if y'all like the video or not, and I'll catch y'all later.